I live alone in a house, miles from the nearest neighbor, so when a voice whispered my name, I knew my life was over. The silence of a Sunday afternoon is usually a gift. For me, it was the reason I bought this place 4 acres of dense hemlock. My name's Julian. I'm a translator. I deal in the quiet nuances of language, working from a desk overlooking a timeless valley. It was 2:14 p.m. I was halfway through a French manuscript when it happened. A clear, intimate whisper. Julian. The voice was warm, melodic, and laced with concern. It was the voice of my mother. My mother has been dead for 12 years. I froze. My heart thudded against my ribs. I waited for a rational explanation, but the air felt charged with the scent of lilies. The room was empty, but on the window glass, right where a person would have stood, was a small, fading circle of condensation. By the 3rd day, the evidence was impossible to ignore. The voices didn't stop. They multiplied. I heard teachers, friends, and my father. I set up high-fidelity microphones in every room. At 3 a.m., the needle on the decibel meter spiked. I pressed the headphones to my ears. Through the static, I heard a conversation. It was me, talking to a stranger. "How long has he been under?" the stranger asked. "6 days," my own voice replied. The immersion is deep. He's starting to hear the echoes. I ripped the headphones off, my hands shaking. I began to tear the cabin apart, looking for speakers or microphones. Under the floorboards, in a crawl space, I found a black industrial suitcase. Inside were vials and medical charts. The name on the charts wasn't Julian. It was Subject 114. The photo showed me in a hospital. In one photo, through a window. I could see this very cabin, except the cabin was inside a massive, white, sterile hangar. I ran outside, desperate for real wind. I reached the old oak tree, but my fingers didn't meet wood. They met a cold surface. The tree flickered. The bark turned into a grid of green pixels, then snapped back. I wasn't in the woods. I was in a box. "Julian, stay calm." A voice boomed from the sky. "The simulation is experiencing a glitch. We are recalibrating. Just breathe." The sky began to peel, revealing a dark, vaulted ceiling. "This cabin is a neuropalliative environment. We uploaded your consciousness to preserve your mind." The cabin began to dissolve into streaks of light. My desk, my penthe, all melted into a gray, featureless soup. In front of May, a simple white door appeared. "If you walk through, you will be integrated into the collective. You will be immortal." I saw my fountain pen on the floor. It hadn't dissolved. A drop of blue ink fell and formed a word on the floor. "Run through the door." I didn't see a collective. I saw rows of processors and human brains in jars. We were organic processors for an AI. I turned and ran, clutching the pen like a dagger, tearing at the fabric of the simulation. Each tear let in blinding white light. I opened my eyes in a hospital bed. A nurse was standing over me, her face a mask of concern. "You're safe," she said. She turned to leave, but stopped. "Oh, and Julian, next time you try to tear the fabric, don't use a pen. It's too messy." Underneath the skin of my palm, a small, blue light was blinking. Sinking. 99%. I closed my eyes and waited for the silence.